I guess I grew up in Aspley on Brisbane's north. Went to Aspley East State School, and I was the clever kid and very much excited about science and good at math and that sort of thing. At that time, I was dead keen to be a doctor, and medicine was my thing, studying the human body. And then I think I was probably in about grade 7 when my brother received a 75-in-1 electronics kit, which he didn't use at all. And I started playing with it and got it to do things and started making electronics work. And then so for Christmas I got the 150-in-1 electronics kit and made that work, and then started hooking them together, and then I hooked that up to my Lego, and that really started to get my interest going in electronics at that time. And the other thing that was happening then was my mum was doing her senior. She'd never done her senior, and so she'd gone back to high school and was doing physics. And her physics teacher was an absolute electronics nut. He was an electronics hobbyist, and that was a thing in the 70s and 80s to be an electronics hobbyist. And he introduced me to soldering irons and real components and how to make my own circuit boards and to do all those kind of things. So based on that little bit of knowledge, I went into high school. I was already building circuit boards. I built a metal detector. I was making all kinds of devices, making my own musical instruments. It was a lot of fun. At that time of my life, it was very much, no, I'm not interested in programming, I'm interested in electronics, I'm interested in hardware, became fascinated by what you could do with electronics. There was a computer club at the school. I really wasn't that interested in getting involved with the computer club except to build stuff. And I ended up, building some small computers as well, real basic stuff, and getting them to work. It wasn't really part of my curriculum at all at school, but it was just some things I did on the side. One of the things I did was to build a frog's eye, or at least a computational model of a frog's eye, but I didn't use any software. It was all done using hardware. Back in those days, you could buy little individual chips that had their own digital functions, put them all together to be able to tell, was a line moving this way, was a line moving that way, across a very simple retina that I'd built. I guess I did that when I was in about grade 11 or 12, trying to get these different things to work. Then when I went on to university, naturally I enrolled in engineering. What else was I going to enroll in? And got into computer systems engineering, again with very much a hardware focus, but I had to do some software. And it wasn't until sort of third year I got given a real big programming assignment, and suddenly it all started to fall into place. Hey, maybe there's something in this software that I can start to connect with the hardware as well and do some pretty special things.